Welcome once again to True Platform. Today, by the grace of God, we will be checking into a topic which I call God's building. God's building. According to the book of Exodus, I'll pick my lesson from Exodus, then we'll go into the epistle of Paul. So, in the book of Exodus, chapter 25, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Tell the children of Israel to bring me an offering. You shall take my offering from everyone who gives it willingly from his heart. And this is the offering which you shall take from them: gold and silver and bronze and blue, purple and scarlet, and fine linens and goat hair, and ram skin dyed red, and badger skin, and acacia wood, oil for the light, spice for anointing oil, and for sweet incense, onyx stones and stones to be set in the ephod and in the breastplate. And let them make me a sanctuary, so that I may dwell among them. You shall make it according to all that I show you, the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all the articles." And there was a long passage, God describing how the ark should be built, then how the table should be built, then how the lampstand should be built. But in verse 40, God echoes what he said in verse 8, saying, "And see that you make them according to their pattern, which was shown to you on the mountain." So, in this passage, we saw that Moses saw a pattern, and that pattern is the standard God showed him in the revelation. That pattern is a picture of Christ, which is the reality. But Moses was asked to build he should build after the pattern. And he was built after what you have seen. So, and that was the description God gave him. And when you look at this, verse 8, you say, "And let them make me a sanctuary, so that I may dwell among them. You shall make it according to all that I show you, the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all the articles." Why did they have to make a sanctuary? The Lord stated, He says, "So that I may what? I may dwell among them," which means God desired to dwell in man. God actually desired to bring humanity and divinity together. That was God's objective. That was God's intention. That God would dwell in humanity. Right from time, that has been His intention. And I want to pick another passage of the Bible as we are checking this word pattern itself. So when you check the word pattern itself, I want to bring another passage of the Bible which has to do with Acts chapter 7 verse 44. You see that He said, "Our fathers had the tabernacle of testimony in the wilderness, as God has appointed, telling Moses to make it according to the pattern that he had seen." And in achieving this, what did God do? In achieving this, Moses was a shepherd that turned to a prophet. He has no skill when it comes to building. God had to appoint someone, and I want to read the book of Exodus chapter 35 from the tribe of Judah. Moses is not from the tribe of Judah. Yes, he is from the tribe of Lephite. But God has to appoint someone from the tribe of Judah. That's Exodus 35. I will read from verse 30. I read, and he says in this place, he said, "And Moses said to the children of Israel, See, the Lord hath called Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, by name." The Lord called him by name. Bezalel is a picture of Christ. He is a picture of Christ. He said, "And He has filled him with the Spirit of God, with wisdom, with understanding, and with knowledge, and with all manner of craftsmanship, to make designs, to work in gold and in silver and in bronze, and to cut stones for setting them, and in carving wood, to make any kinds of artistic work. And He has put in his heart both his and that of Holiab, the son of Amisamoch, and the tribe of Dan the ability to teach others. He has filled them with wisdom of heart to do all kinds of work of the engraver and the artistic craftsman, and of the embroiderer in blues and in purple, in scarlet, and in fine linens, and of the weavers, and those who do any other work, and those who make design. So he's telling us that God actually anointed Bezalel, and Bezalel means in the shadow of God. So Bezalel is a man that is just in the shadow of God. That's the meaning of Bezalel, which means he was actually pointing to Christ. He was pointing to God. He was made in the shadow of God. It's a shadow. The reality is actually Christ. So, and when you look at this point, he said, with him, God appointed another person called a Holiab from the tribe of Dan, which is the lowest tribe in Israel. And you know, when you talk about in the epistle, Paul was talking about that the call of God was not the after the much wise of this world. Talking about not many are called, not many wise, not many learned. It was okay. Let me go to 1 Corinthians so that I will not be saying things often, so that you can actually see it. In the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, you will see Paul when he was talking about our calling as a child of God. In the book of 1 Corinthians, I'm coming. 1 Corinthians ahead. Now, 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 26 says, remember, dear brethren and sisters, that few of you were wise in the world. Few of you were wise in the world eyes.